right? So they've been
But
with
what
their,
about your opinion?
oh
It's
my
not
God,
about them.
hold on. They
But
go
it
with
doesn't
their
matter about them.
they go with their husband and they like that shit. They go and you could watch.
What about you?
Bro,
we
babe.
want to know about you. That's some babe.
Babe, can you just give me a second?
So we are here. I just want to introduce myself. My name is Yvonne.
I'm Trini.
I'm Paola.
And I'm Genesis, aka Wavy.
And we're here to show you a little bit of the studs and stilettos. So it's more of like the masculine and feminist when it comes to the A, B, C, D. I was kidding.
You're gonna get canceled.
Yeah, no,
We're
you're canceled. I'm so sorry, no, but you know what I'm talking about. It's just more of like each side, I guess, right?
Yeah.
With the masculine, feminist when it comes to like that lesbian world. But yeah.
But this is a podcast for everyone.
Yes,
Exactly.
Listen. Either you tune in
Yeah.
and you like it or you not. Listen, you're not forced to watch our stuff. You're not, and we're gonna say we all have our own opinion. We all come from different backgrounds, so you're not forced to subscribe. But if
Please
you do
do.
like us, please do.
Please do.
A little bit about us. You want to start?
I've known her for a very long time. We have a niece that's in common. I met Paola through Yvonne.
Cupid, hello. If you want me to hook you up,
And
right
then Genesis is over here, and that's Yvonne's wife. So here we are.
Yes.
Yep.
And we got a
We
lot
are
of shit to talk about.
We got a lot to talk about.
And
lot
we're gonna
to
keep
talk
it raw. That's the point of this
Yeah.
podcast. To keep it raw.
Listen, if we hurt your feelings, sorry. Okay? But not sorry.
But not really.
No,
Respectfully.
but the thing about us, what's gonna make us different is like we're really like just we're not gonna make this like we're not gonna
It's
sound like robots.
Uncensored.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
uncensored. It's like when I tell you what the
We all
truth
been
of the
through
matter
shit.
is. This is what it is.
This is
for
what
that.
we've gone through,
So we're
and this
gonna-
is what we're gonna. This is what we've gone through, and this is what we're giving you guys a piece of our world.
We're gonna
Exactly.
talk about it.
Okay, and we're gonna talk about
We're
it.
gonna talk about it.
Yep.
And
So
if
what's
you
the
relate,
topic
you
for
relate.
So the
What?
topic for
We gon-
today,
We're gonna say
Yes,
it.
Yeah.
We
Paula.
really gonna do this?
yeah, maybe not.
Go ahead. What's the topic?
So the topic for today is what is your opinion and take when it comes to open relationships or
I need you to speak
polygamous
louder,
relationships
Paula.
or having threesomes?
Threesome. So
Yeah.
open
Ooh.
relationships and
Polygamy
polygamy.
and threesome.
What is your intake on
What's
them?
our intake on it?
you guys want to start?
Go ahead.
Yes.
Honestly, there's all three of them are completely different.
Uh-huh.
Okay, a lot of people I've met feels like they're like in the same category. I don't think so. You know what I mean? And what? Why you laughing?
No, I was looking at my mic. I was making sure there was some blue.
Oh, yeah, we had a technical
Yeah, we had a
difficulty earlier.
technical
So we're just checking. But go
Oh,
ahead.
you checking?
Go
Yeah.
ahead.
But we gonna keep looking
Yeah,
at
we got it.
No, but all three categories, some people think that it's the same thing. They're completely different when it comes down
Definitely.
to an open relationship. My opinion, because everybody, of course, is going to have their own. Open relationship is you get to do whatever you want to do with someone else. And then, of course, coming back home to that person at nighttime. Do you guys want to start off with that one first?
Yeah, let's
and then
go.
we
Yeah, we could do that.
Yeah, how do you guys feel about an open relationship?
I mean, me personally, listen, if you want to open a relationship, baby, you gotta get the hell out of here.
Open that door.
Nah,
Open that door.
and get the hell out.
Right.
You know, when it comes to like open relationship, I feel like AK STDs, like baby, you're not about to go and mess around with some. First of all, I feel like I'm enough. No?
Oh, yes, you are.
Yes. So I feel like I'm enough. So it's like if you want an open relationship, that means I'm not giving you what you need. Exactly what you need, or I'm not satisfying you in that way.
Right.
That you need more.
Right.
So if you need more, baby, you might as well just cut it quick. That's it.
What about you, Genesis?
Oh, me? Nah, hell no.
Nah.
I couldn't do it, but that's me though. I couldn't. I just,
Very
but
old school.
I'm very old school, and I'm very not old school in that sense because shit, I never grew up with a mother and father that was together type shit. But I just
It's not your.
I've been very to myself all my life, so it's like when I find somebody, it's like I'm with you because I'm never open with anybody, so it's hard for me. You feel me?
And
So
you?
what about you?
I think it works for some people, not my cup of tea. You know what I mean? It's not something I would do. You know what I mean? Especially being married. But I think for some people, if they're both on the same page and have that sense of security in the relationship, some people can rock with it. You know what I mean? Some people have the ability to do that, but I don't have the ability to do that.
I can't think of. I'm home and my partner is out with another woman, and you know, you coming home to me and trying to kiss me. Where have your lips been? Like, hello, at the other lips? Like, absolutely not. Like, yeah, which ones? Like, no, I can't.
true.
I can't do it.
What about threesomes?
Threesomes? That's interesting.
Can I start with that one?
Go ahead.
Yes.
Honestly, like with threesomes, okay, let me tell you something. And this is not me trying to put my personal life out there, baby, but I will give you a threesome on my whole sum. Okay, so if you feel in that aspect too, like if you feel like it's more like I guess it's kind of like an open relationship, because if you feel like I'm not satisfying you, then okay, we could bring someone in, but at that point I don't respect you. I don't, because if I love you and I truly and you like the one for me, baby, let me tell you something. You be like, okay, I need to bring someone in to satisfy you in that sexual aspect. That means I'm not satisfying you enough.
Or you just want a little spice.
I mean, you
Some people just want to spice it up.
Tell me,
Not
spice
me.
it
No,
up.
I wouldn't do a threesome.
No, I want to hear it.
I'm trying to tell you. I try to tell. Yeah, los boricos no se pueden joder porque los boricos se ponen loquitas.
No, the thing about me is like I'm open to that. I am open to that. I will be if I was a single, not if I am. I'm sorry, but if I was a single woman and somebody, I am open to that. But if I'm with someone, like I'm committed to somebody, and I gotta bring somebody in to spice things up,
Right.
then there's something that is lacking in my relationship that is not being talked about, and now we're just bringing someone to fill that void. You feel me?
Right.
What I'm trying to say? So at that point, baby, you can't like a masculine woman too while you watching me, because we want to
Spice it up or something?
spice it up.
No, but I'm not open to threesome because I don't feel like I need that. I'm good with what we
now
are.
you answer the question.
Exactly.
Yeah, like
Because
I'm
she
good.
gave her perspective, so you just.
I'm good. Like I'm not with
You
that
wouldn't do none
threesome
of that.
shit. Yeah, not that's me though. That's me. Nah,
But what happens if she wants it?
I'm not with it though because I don't want to.
So what if I do bring a femme into the
So if we
relationship?
talking about like two femmes and me, or a stud, her and me.
No, two femmes and you. I want to. Now I want to hear about it.
It gets
Now I wanna hear
crazy.
about it.
That's
Two
getting
femmes and you.
crazy. I wouldn't do it. Honestly, I wouldn't do it. I'm just talking shit ish
job.
right now.
Yeah.
I'm talking ish right now, but I'm saying, but that's for somebody else who might be like, hold on. But for me, no, none of them would work. Just because I'm good where I'm at. Like I said, I'm old school, and I'm just like, yo, you my woman. That's it, dog. I'm good with it where I'm at.
Yeah.
Okay.
What about you, Paola?
I think it goes back to that being secure in your relationship. You know what I mean? That's something some people can do, something people can't do. I feel secure enough in my relationship that if that was to come up on something random, something out of the blue, I wouldn't necessarily be opposed to it. It's not something I would bring up to my wife. You know what I mean? Like, it would have to be something that we simultaneously decide to do. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's not, I would never come to her and tell her, babe, let's have a threesome. You know what I mean? Because I wouldn't want her to feel like she's not enough.
Yeah.
She's more than enough.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But if it was something that happened, then it happened. I wouldn't feel insecure us doing that, if that makes any sense. You know what I mean?
No.
I love that. I love that answer. I'm sorry to interrupt you, but I love your answer with that. I really do.
No, I will say this though, like, you know, I'm married. And this is my wife, and at the end of the day, a threesome to me, it depends, because is it somebody that I know, or is it going to be somebody that I don't know? Like, that does a big factor.
Okay, so what is it somebody you know?
If it's somebody that I know, I'm a very, very, I am so adamant about STDs. Like, it's crazy to me. Like, I have to know that you clean, you are not dirty, you don't. So
you'll be with the shits.
Wait, you're clean, you're not, dirty and stuff like that. I'm very adamant about that. And to be real with you, like, if I know that you're clean, I would be with the shits. You know what I mean?
Back the fuck up. When did this become a whore?
But if it's somebody that I don't know, you're gonna have to run me a test or something. You know what I mean?
That's the scary part.
And that's the scary. That is because there's two. When it comes down to lesbian, there's a lot of liquid. If that makes sense. You
But
know what I mean?
dudes though, even dudes.
But
Honestly,
dudes. At the end of the day, I will say this: dudes, and I'm saying this just bluntly, right? Yeah. Dudes, you can throw in a condom. But wait, you could. You make them.
That's a lot of nasty bitches. That's the thing though. It's a lot of nasty girls though, and you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because we're speaking with all audience right now.
Right, all. Yeah. And will I be willing to do it?
Maybe.
What about poly?
It depends. A poly, I can't do poly.
But
I can't do poly because let me tell you something.
I'm bringing that question up to her.
I can't do poly. And the reason why I can't do poly because
you got me fucked up.
That's my wife. You sit your ass there. That's how it's gonna be. Wash the dishes, do the dishes, clean my clothes. You ain't nothing. Who are you? Nothing.
Yeah, a little Tesla robot.
You're not in a relationship with me.
Let me tell you something about poly, baby. Let me tell you something about poly. And I know people that have done it and it's been successful. And listen, it's nothing against.
Look at Neo.
Like I said, like we all come from
Neo.
Look at Neo.
Three. No, he got 4 girls.
That's
number 4.
But guess what?
But he got money for that shit.
Thank you.
That money talks.
But okay, this is nothing against. When I mean like I have nothing against anything. None of us got.
I don't have nothing against
anything.
None of this.
What we talking about is just our own personal opinion.
Yep.
We not saying that your opinion don't matter. No, it does. It does because we all have our own opinion. We all come from different backgrounds. It is
what it is. But we have our perspective.
But
we have our opinion.
Let me tell you something. If I gotta bring another woman into a relationship, baby, you might as well just kick rock and that's it. I wouldn't. There's something about like, okay, when it comes to women, like I just love them and I appreciate them from like head to toe.
Beautiful.
And it's like when I see you and it's you like you're my woman, like you're my woman. You feel me? Like it's like I love you so much.
Why do I gotta share?
And why do I want to even share a piece or 25% of you?
Because sometimes people might get too used to each other.
No, you never.
And then you know what? They're like, yo.
That's the thing. What? So I want to know your opinion. I want to know your opinion.
I just told you my opinion. What I'm trying to say is that some people might, maybe you feel like
your opinion.
I just already said that though. I said that I don't want to do it. But
but this is we're talking about.
I don't want to do it. I don't want to do nothing. Why would I want to share anything with you? If I don't want to do a threesome, I don't want to do nothing. No voy a hacer nada. No voy a ser mujer. No voy a hacer nada. I want to get a Tesla robot.
She said that she's old school, so she's just.
I'm just chilling.
Woman, that's it.
That's it. I'm with you. But some people might want to do it because some people just like that spice in their life, and it's just like I'm with you. But you know what? Sometimes people are like, I see you as my best friend, right? You're my best friend. But damn, I see this person and it attributes to something that you're not doing. So you know what? Like,
so have you ever felt like that?
No, not me. I'm talking about other people, why they might want to do it. Yeah. Maybe they feel like, you're good at sex. this person, but you're not good at
providing.
communication,
Yeah,
blah, blah, blah. But this
communication.
person is like a
No, I
boss
feel that.
bitch, right? Like this person might be like, yo, we're gonna tackle this goal, this
Yeah,
goal. And then you know what I'm saying? And then she might be like, fuck it, this girl's doing this for us.
So how you
So
feel?
we all
You
like,
feel,
what about
wait a minute. So you feel as if, okay, it might fit for other people. Like you said, this has nothing to do with you.
Not with me.
You feel like people are in relationships like that because maybe one person can't give
What
that
the other person-
what the other person can
exactly.
give.
Maybe, or they just like,
So how you feel about me?
babe, but we're going back to you.
No,
You see why you can't, nobody got somebody though.
And you saying about liking and not liking,
Babe,
it's like,
I'm
what you feel? I mean, I want to know.
Babe, I already told you, I'm a one person. I'm talking about.
But am I all in one? Am I all in one? Because I could be just a provider, or
Who
I
are
could
you
be just
providing?
a nurse.
Mira, estos días I could go get a Tesla robot for $5,000 and the Tesla robot cooks for me and does everything. Like
So
at this point, I don't even need another girl. I just get a little robot y me cocina estos días.
So yo no te cocino.
Diablo, pero viste como, you see why women are crazier? I'm talking shit.
And you, how do you feel about polygamy?
No, it's not for me. I wouldn't do it. I like to come home to you and be only with you.
Just one person, right?
Yeah, I would only be with one person for different factors. You know what I mean? A lot of different factors in my life, but it's enough being with one female. It's enough. Like
Latina.
emotionally-
Why she say it like that?
Una latina.
Why you say it like that? No, wait,
no.
pause. She took a deep breath in and exhaled and
Trini.
said,
Because
it's enough.
women are very emotional creatures.
You
They're
just see
very
what happened?
emotional.
You didn't see what just happened? What just went down?
Not creatures. Yeah, I said the wrong word.
Nah, fuck that.
Women are very emotional. What's the damn word? It's not creatures.
Females.
Beings.
That's it. Beings.
Beings. There you go.
No,
women
you
are
want to call
very
us creatures.
women are very emotional, and if you've been in a relationship as a female, you've been in a relationship with a woman and being in a relationship with a man, there's two different levels of emotions. You know what I mean? So I think between me and you, it's enough. Why would I add?
I have a
another
good
female?
question. I have a good question.
Wait.
I have a really good question. Okay.
Go ahead, girl.
Okay.
Let it out.
I know your answer because you're.
I'm just old.
You're
Goddamn, just like, am I that old?
She's just a one-man shop, but I kind of want a one-woman shop. I just want to know. I'm just curious. What
you
about
asking me?
swingers?
Oh, I know in Miami. So in Miami, they got this place called Miami Velvet. I don't know if I
Babe,
could
it's not
promote
about
it.
what they have.
Babe,
It's what you willing to
in
do.
Miami, they got this place called Miami Velvet, and you could go there with your partner. You pay a membership, I guess, or you just might pay one day. I don't know how it goes. And you go, and you could go.
Sure, you don't know how.
I know people that gone there.
Hey, we don't get paid for this promotion.
I've never been, but I've been, right? So they've been
But
with
what
that.
about your opinion?
Oh
It's
my
not
God,
about
but
them.
hold on. They
But
go
it
with
doesn't
their
matter about them.
They go with their husband and they like that shit. They go and you could watch.
What about you?
Bro, babe.
we want to know about you. That's some babe.
Babe, can you just give me a second? So you could go in there and you could have.
That's what I'm talking about. We're
Bro.
not talking about other people or what they feel. It's about you when it comes to swingers.
But we
But
know
I was
that
trying to get
she's
to a
not
point to it.
Interested in none of
She
that.
just said, "I know you're not into it." So what? Why, babe? Come on, I'm talking. Like, you feel me? So what I'm trying to say, you're gonna edit that shit. So what I'm saying is like,
No, I'm not.
no, edit that shit. Damn. Like, you feel me?
Raw dog.
But like,
Raw
it's like
dog, right?
she said, babe, the first thing she said, she knows I'm not about that because I'm fucking old school. Like, I'm a vieja at this point. But what I'm trying to say is, I know from people personally that have
there's
gone to
areas.
these swinger clubs. That's the point I was trying to get to in Miami. That they're swinger clubs. You take your spouse and you go in there. You could either watch people fuck and you do whatever you want with your spouse. And I know people personally a lot that have done that. Or you could go and take your spouse and go in these rooms and fuck random ass people together or other people and you watch. Like, So people are about that shit. Would I do it? No, of course not. But I've seen people that they like that shit. That sparks a shit in their
Let
relationship.
me tell you something. There is no, even in Orlando, to be honest, I will
what about
say,
what is it called? The secret.
secrets.
Secret.
I've been there. The first time I ever been there was by accident.
My dad wanted me to work
honestly-
as a security.
Oh God, listen. I've
like,
been
what?
there. I've been there by accident one time in the beginning.
By accident.
I swear, by accident. I did not know what it was. I heard that it was a club at first. You know what I mean? And this is how I found out about it. You know. And when I went in, I see people, one half naked, and I'm like, "What is going on?"
I ain't never had that ever happen to me. I'm trying to see what that be like right there. Look.
You know what I mean? They didn't know that there was different sections to different things.
Yeah.
It was promoted as a club because there's a club in there as well.
it is.
You know? And then they will let you walk through areas and there's beds everywhere.
Oh,
and I'm like,
shit.
oh my goodness, this is crazy. But I will tell you, I did go back. And I went back because, wait, let me explain. Because when I went, it was Halloween. And Halloween over there is so much fun. You don't have to do anything to be there. You don't. Because
But
I
you
can
see
tell you
it?
that. But yeah, I
see it,
went,
yeah.
but so it's separated into clubs, like into different sections, different areas, right? I went and I like to dress up. I like to.
Yeah. You
I love
about that.
Halloween.
Yeah.
Halloween.
Yeah.
If I can dress up, that's so.
No, yes.
That's the one time of year that you can be a hoe. So it's like I like to dress up. So it's like I went there and I was like, oh my God, this is so awesome. This is great. You know what I mean? You don't have to be in the back section. You don't have to see none of that.
Yeah.
When you're in the club, it's like a normal club. There's no fighting. There's no arguing.
No, there's not.
Just all
everybody's
like,
get
Everything
along.
is just so like
You know,
neutral and like
it was a vibe. It was a vibe.
but you see people fucking.
But
Yes.
If you
see
go
people
to the
having sex
section,
in
yeah.
the-
If
in
you
the
want to
back,
see, you
yeah.
see like, este de lado, está.
And you just post up and just watch them. Like,
Yeah,
so,
no,
so
yeah,
what I was
yeah.
saying.
You can.
So what I
And
was
let
saying.
me tell you something.
Oh, you could go to a room.
I'm gonna
and
tell
then
you
do
something
what-
you don't understand. That there's a lot of people that you know
That
that,
go to
are
the-
in
In
there.
Oh, but that's what I'm trying to
Yes,
say.
when
Miami,
you're
I knew a
from
lot. Like, they like it.
And you're
You
from
wanna see
Orlando,
Orlando,
you're
you're
going to
gonna
meet
see
somebody that you know.
Orlando.
What
in
about
there.
new beaches?
And I'm gonna keep my mouth shut because I know
Because
a
we're not
lot
about
of
it yet.
people
Yeah.
that's been in there.
What about new beaches?
Now, hold on. Before we get into nude beaches, is that something you would participate in?
Absolutely not. I would not do that.
Okay.
No.
As a single
That's-
woman,
that's-
I feel like you would.
First things first, there's so many, like I said, there's so many people, excuse me, there's so many people that I seen that are in there. You ain't gonna have one up on me, baby. You ain't seeing my, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, no, I will not
too, though.
participate in something like that. No, I would not. But I will tell you this though, I would love to go because they have different events.
Yeah.
They have pool parties
Different
there.
things.
Fun.
They have, you know.
So you can do
Everyone
whatever.
You want, yeah, whatever.
And you just post it up, like, watching all this go
I
down.
personally would tell you that I go in, and to be honest, you don't need no membership, right?
No,
when it
no,
comes
you
down
don't.
to women.
Well, with women,
Women,
but with men, you have
they
like
pay.
They pay,
$160 and then all this thing. But when it comes to us,
We can just
who
go
run the
in.
world?
Girls.
Who run the world?
Yeah, but would you
What about you?
Would
Yeah.
I go to one or participate in one?
participate?
No, I wouldn't participate in one.
No, but would you go?
I've been to one before.
No, it's
And-
not have you been to one. Would you go?
Yeah, like
would
with
go
you.
again?
Yeah, I would go again
That'd be
with you.
dope. That'd be
I'll
dope.
go.
Yeah.
It's a vibe.
Like I said, I'll go. Or would I be there doing a whole orgy? No.
No,
Yeah,
I'm not
no,
doing
no,
it.
no.
But that's not my style. That's not my
It's just a
lifestyle.
different
But
environment.
I'm down with the shit. I'm always down. I love new things. That's the thing.
Yeah.
I might be old, guys, damn, because y'all me está poniendo como si yo una vieja. I'm not that old. I'm just more mature, but I like crazy shit. So I'm down. I like experience.
When she said crazy shit, she means crazy shit.
No.
Let's get them.
¿Qué va a hacer esto? No, I like to experience everything. You tell me,
No,
let's
but
go
it's
try
nice.
this. I'll be like,
Honestly,
I'm with it.
Even with that itself, like the first time I ever heard about it, I remember my dad, but I'm already old, as an old So I was like 25, 26. I remember he telling me, he was like, oh, they have like a position for security guy at the whatever hideaway. Okay, whatever. So I was like, do I want to see people like? But it's honestly, it's like something that I would really enjoy myself.
So you would participate, or you would?
With my partner? No, not participate. Oh, hell no. I never been there.
No,
But would you do
But
it?
would you do something like that?
No.
No?
But if I'm with my partner and people want to watch, I'll do it. Baby.
But would you want to do something in front of everybody?
With us?
Like, let's say you down the
Would you
floor.
give
Because
us
there's rooms there that have windows like this.
Yeah,
and
and they
it's
can
open.
watch you.
They leave it open, and the people on the other side of the glass.
You're
are
down for
looking
that?
If people want to watch us?
Watch us.
in. Yeah.
Why not?
So you're down with it?
For people to watch us? Yes.
I mean, we
But
got a
being
lot of
room
content.
with somebody that
We like to do our little things when we go on trips. We always get.
Don't we speak
That is a little thing. We like to get little videos, right? Whatever. So sometimes we'll be like, damn, we upload this, we might make some money, right? You know what I'm saying? Gonna lie. I was like,
Let me guess. The meta glasses?
no, that's on next level shit.
We have, but
We get a phone and we just be like,
we just went to Mexico recently and we got a really good video. And even
I had to stand.
Even like a couple months after I met her, we already had a good video. So I'm like, yo, if we upload these videos, it's like we're gonna make it somewhere.
Yeah, that's our
we
goal.
choose not to. But like I said, I wouldn't mind people watching us. Me watching them is like, what am I watching?
Would you guys ever do like an OnlyFans?
Nah. I heard the only thing with OnlyFans I heard is like, unless you like celebrity level, like if you're just like regular people that nobody really subscribes, you're making $100.
That's not true, because at the end of the day, if you put good stuff on OnlyFans, you gon'
No, but I heard that you only make like, if you're not like up there where you have a lot of subscribers, I heard that really the average person really just makes $100 a month. Realistically,
$100 a month?
And like they're like,
I don't think so.
no, they said that.
You gotta advertise, you gotta market your stuff.
That's what I'm saying. If you're an average person, they're saying like $100 and $200 a month, and you're showing a totico out there.
How is it that you're gonna make? Then that means that it depends.
You
on
don't
your
have a lot of
subscription.
subscribers.
No, exactly, but it depends on how much you're selling your subscriptions for.
Because if you have
celebrities
are making it, that's
if
different.
you have 5 subscribers and you do $20 a month. Don't talk to me about business.
Oh, Trini said she's down.
Don't talk to me about business, because if you have 5 subscribers and they subscribe and they bought your subscription for $20,
but then they get their percentage.
That's $100 just there.
But they're getting their
correct.
OnlyFans gonna get their percentage.
But 5 people, come on, you gonna get more than that.
If not, your toticos out there and you're just making $100 a month.
You know what I mean?
Y'all better figure.
But they need your
money.
permission to send those videos anywhere else.
Yes, that's what
But I heard, like, we looked into Pornhub.
So
And if you do a subscription,
we look into Pornhub.
And if you do a subscription,
It's only like
it's
90
money.
cents.
No, if you do the subscription,
video.
is more money. But if you're not in the subscriptions, it's just like the
90
basics.
cents. It's like 90 cents that you're getting per views.
So anyway, we lost
Hey,
track.
let me tell you something, baby. We're not worth 90 cents.
Views per view that they watch your video.
Per one person?
Yeah.
90
Yeah,
cents?
so if you look at
No,
my
I don't
stuff,
think it's 90
like
cents.
So if you get 1,000 views, you get basically $1,000?
No, I don't think that's.
I don't think that's
She's
right.
saying the math wrong. The math is wrong. We gotta go back. Don't listen to us.
Sorry.
I gotta go back.
If you're watching Pornhub, I'm sorry, false advertisement.
Yeah, because I don't know where she got that number from. I don't think it was that, but I do know like it just it depends on your
Would you
stuff.
do OnlyFans?
I don't know.
No.
Why
I
not?
wouldn't do it.
Why not?
What?
Damn.
I don't want people looking at me. Like
Correct.
that.
Good answer. That's a good answer.
No, I wouldn't.
Oh wait, but we didn't ask you guys. Would you like to smash in front of a window with people watching?
No. It's 'cause you're
Not even
spoiled.
that?
No. You know why I wouldn't do that?
Because you wouldn't shit in front of somebody either.
I don't barely even poop in front of somebody, right? Like I come on. You know what I mean?
Oh, she's ready.
I didn't say yes.
Yeah.
I never really thought about that before.
No.
You know
Come
what I
on,
mean?
let's talk about it. Let's talk
You
about
gotta
it.
keep it real now,
Come on.
Paola. Te jodiste.
You gotta.
Hey, and this is always our thing. Para, para, adentro. We usually supposed to do the outro, but we're gonna do it early because Paola's about to spill something.
I know Paola's gonna
She gotta spill some things.
Honestly, I don't even know what you're gonna say, but I like it already.
I wouldn't feel
I can tell you like
it would have to be something in the moment, and I wouldn't feel comfortable with a whole bunch of dudes looking at us.
Oh no,
you know what I mean?
Oh, so your thing wait a minute.
guys. I understand.
So it's just a guy thing. You don't want men
like
looking.
if
if there was a bunch of women right here and you had to do something in a room and they're watching, would you do it?
Just talk
I'm not saying I'm opposed to it. I'm not saying I would do it. It would have to be like me and you were to the side to go to a swingers club, right? I have a nervous tick, guys. Okay.
Her nervous tick is laughing.
And she don't like it.
No. But you know what happens is that I could be talking to her about something and so serious, and she would just laugh in my face. And I'm looking at her like,
she makes me nervous. Okay, it would have to be like me and you decided to go to the swingers club. We're not participating in nothing with nobody. You know what I mean? And
say that louder for the people to hear you.
We are not participating in anything with anybody. We're just there having a good time, and we get in the mood. You know what I mean? We want to go and get a room right there, a little corner, whatever, and do our
open
thing.
up the windows.
Espérate.
And
it ends up happening. You know what I mean? And in the middle of us happening, there's like, thank you, spur of the moment. There's like 6 chicks watching.
6?
I'm just giving you let's say there's some females watching. I'm not gonna stop. Like, it's not gonna make me feel uncomfortable to stop. Now, if me and you are doing something, and I see a dude, you know, taking care of himself while we're doing that, I'm not gonna like that. That's gonna make me feel uncomfortable doing that.
But
I wouldn't feel.
That's a different story.
What do you mean the girl is playing with herself?
Oh, I thought you said when a dude
She's
doing something.
saying, yeah, a man. Of course,
I wouldn't feel comfortable with it being a man. I wouldn't. But if it's a chick, I wouldn't care.
We do the same thing.
Yeah, you know, like not for nothing. Like when I think about Paola, I always think about her like just being so masculine that I wouldn't even think about even a man being near her. So I feel you. I know. That's how I was very shocked. Shocked.
Seriously?
But when I met her, she was just who she is now. So I'm not saying that she started as what she was.
Yeah.
No, she wasn't. And I could tell you.
Whoa, let's bring this back. She's not. We're not saying that she had sex with multiple men or anything like that. That's not what we're saying.
I'm saying like Paola was who she is now.
I've always been.
Been like that. That's what I'm saying. Like it might be a little hiccups in between, but baby, this is how she always been. That's how I met her. That's how I don't know her outside of that. The little clips that I got, okay, cool, whatever. But I always met her as in, you know,
like that.
masculine. Yeah, how she is now. So I see why she wouldn't feel comfortable with somebody like a male watching.
Yeah, I wouldn't feel comfortable, and I wouldn't. It's like, bro, like, you know,
I know,
you know what I mean? Like,
no.
you're being a perv. That's how I see it. That's my opinion on it. But if it was like me and you were in a spot like that, and we were getting into it, and we stop and we got a crowd, it's like, if they're all
what
chicks,
happens if somebody knocks on the door for you guys, knocks on the door and be like, can I join?
Who is it though?
But you know,
who's knocking on the door?
I don't know. One of the people that were watching you.
No, fuck that shit.
So who did you want it to be if you would have something? The fuck?
Listen,
So
if Too Short or Tupac was knocking on the door, babe.
Really? Oh, so she would take it from
No,
Tupac.
we're not. We're not.
I wouldn't. Let me get your autograph real quick. I'm glad you like the show.
I was kidding. Honestly, like,
man, that's what
when
you
it comes to like this, the thing is like my body's already set. So when your body's already set, like it's like I could look at no beef on the male aspect. I could look at a man and be like, oh, he's a fly man. You know what's crazy? I try to test the waters after I transitioned completely and I already have my mindset. I try to test the waters, and it was to someone that was near a fucking lesbian. almost like long hair, like tattoos. Like, you know, I tried to test the water. So I did try it. I try to be like, oh, let me see, even though after so long. But I don't even that, like, it was like confirmation that I don't like it. And that is like the emotional aspect either. It's just like sexually, it's just like not. It's just not for me, baby. I'm saying, But it's good to try it out, because you don't know. People be like, oh, you're confused. Oh, you tried this. Oh, you never tried.
Yeah,
I tried it all. I tried it all.
by a lot of men,
I
so
tried
now
it all.
you're
Yeah. You know
I
what's
heard that a
crazy?
lot.
I heard, oh, you got hurt by a man? Baby, I never got hurt by a man. If anything, I dated a soft ass man. I never got hurt by somebody that could so what I'm trying to say, out of all this, my decision is based on myself, what I feel,
Right.
And I've never felt like a man turned me to who I am.
Right.
No,
But
it's nice to get a taste of it, because now nobody can say, oh, but you never tried that. I have, baby.
Yeah.
I have.
Yeah, but
and it's just not.
I can't. I like I said, I just can't. I can't. I've experienced men, and before being in a relationship with Paola, I was with one, and it was the worst experience of my whole entire life. And I say that just in case you're watching, you know who I'm talking about. Okay? The worst experience of my whole life. And I will never, ever do it again. It just builds who I am today. You know what I mean? And I'm super, super grateful for everything that she has done for me. You know what I mean? Because I can be myself.
No, yeah.
And I don't have to be somebody that somebody else wanted me to be.
Exactly.
You understand where I'm coming from?
Bitch, but we on you. In my family, that you were gay. I'm sorry, but you know what's crazy? I'm sorry to get out of topic, but well, it's not. It's into topic. But my mom was like, "Sorry, mommy." She was like, "Trini ahora qué? Yo siempre sabía que a Trini le gustan las mujeres."
No, but
it's like one of those like she. The thing about Trini, she always came up like so like dominant.
She is very
like
dominant.
very like.
She
I
can
got
be
this.
submissive though.
No,
she
yeah,
can. She is.
And that's different.
What are you trying to say?
Yeah, she is a submissive person.
So
as
from
well.
you guys,
Different.
can I ask you guys a question? Now that we're not live, but we're on camera. So from you guys, who you could say that is dominant and more submissive in the relationship?
I will be honest. I feel like I am more dominant, to be honest, and she's more submissive. But there's times that I have to put that down. I have to put my tail in between my legs sometimes, you know,
I like that.
and give her the baton. But
The tail between. Yeah.
you know,
I'm more of a
it's-
submissive
but she's
person,
more
though.
submissive.
More submissive,
Yes,
more
Yeah.
soft.
I'm more. Let's go.
Yeah.
Like, come on. You
Yeah.
know, she's more. All right,
So
babe.
you're daddy,
you know?
she's mommy.
Right. No, well, no. She, if it's technically she zaddy.
Zaddy.
She's zaddy.
And other times, but
I mean,
mostly you're
I
zaddy
feel
and
like-
she's mommy.
Yeah.
I feel like when it comes to for you to be able to be submissive to somebody, I like Trina's just naturally dominant. That's just how she is. You know what I mean? But I've been in a relationship where I wasn't so submissive that how I am with Trini. I was more dominant, and it was more of a you gotta allow me to wanna feel that, to be there with you. You know what I mean? You can't try to be this controlling person, this crazy person, and think I'm gonna be submissive to you, because I'm not. I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna say a word, but I can't. I'm gonna be like, what's up? You know what I mean? Like, you know, I'm not gonna allow myself to put my guard down like that, the way I can do it with her.
You know what's crazy though? With me, I felt like I was always Trini in my past relationship. I was always so dominant, like so like like always like this is how. Now when it comes to like the more like emotionally, because I feel like emotionally I was always the thing is like I come from a family that is not like I love you, you know, so it's fine. I adjusted to it. Not to talk too much into that, but being with Genesis, I feel like damn, like I have someone that be like ooh, I'm like ooh,
right.
you know.
But that's a
So,
good thing. That's
yeah,
a good thing,
it is
because
a good
I've
thing,
known
'cause
you
it's
for
something-
so
yeah.
long, and she's
You need
been the more dominant one
Oh,
than
yeah.
anything. And honestly, seeing you with Genesis, it has calmed you down 100%. And Genesis, I will give you kudos because let me tell
I'll
you
take
something.
that shit.
Like,
And it's not because I'm not coño, because y'all already put that shit on me.
man, it's not
It's
because
just,
you're old. No,
But it's honestly good because I've always been on like fighting mode. Like with Genesis, I feel like it's just more like
okay, baby.
I could be a princess.
Yeah.
Like I could actually like lower it down myself. Even though like there's a lot of things that she had changed.
Everybody.
It could be good, bad, whatever it is. You know, we have our things, but overall, I feel like I could just like go under her instead of being above her and be like, oh, no, this is how it is. Like you know how they say like they order something bad at the you go to a restaurant and your girl orders something bad and they don't want to be like, oh no, it's back. No, nah, you don't like this, take it back.
Right,
You know what I mean?
right.
Like, so it's like having someone that's like that.
Like
it's
them
good.
hot wings,
It's
right?
really good. It's like
She's
that when it comes to my food, baby, let me tell you something, I don't play about it. But it's really good. It's really good to have someone like finally like lower myself and be like a princess, even though sometimes I feel like I gotta be like with her. But overall, I feel like she's more like of like, okay, this is what has to get done.
I just make her think more. Now I'm like, think. All right, chill.
right.
Before you
Yeah, well, I
react.
be wanting to
You
punch
feel
her.
what I'm saying?
Let her
It's
analyze
okay.
it.
Yeah,
Let her
yeah,
analyze.
but it's not. It's less this and more like, hold on, all right.
Right.
maybe,
More
you know
actions,
what I'm saying?
yeah. It's good.
But there's ways to handle things like that because, like I said, she can be dominant. You know what I mean? But not narcissistic.
Oh yeah,
You
absolutely.
understand where I'm coming from? Which that's a conversation for next time.
that
You
is,
know what I
yeah.
mean?
Please,
Yeah.
But we got a lot to talk about. Cheating.
lot.
We got a lot to do. What else we got for the upcoming?
No, honestly, is it cheating? It's cheating. We're going.
No, but I'm saying in the future, what should they expect from us? We're gonna talk about so many shit that's gonna hit home. It's just
Honestly, and if you guys
relatable.
want us to talk about things that we haven't even mentioned, because we're not gonna mention a lot of things that we're gonna want to talk about.
That we want to talk
Write
about.
us and tell us, because when I mean like we trying to keep it as raw as possible.
Yeah.
We are gonna keep it as raw as possible, because I feel like when it comes to like the social media, people try to put it like. What is it? Paint a picture that is not.
That is
no,
really
baby.
not.
Let me tell you something. We trying to do it as raw as possible, and guess
this
what?
is what you're gonna get. But I will tell you guys something. We have an Instagram page. It's called Studs and Stilettos. Follow the page. We do have a YouTube channel. This is where you're gonna find this podcast at and further episodes. It's called also Stud and Stilettos. I will say that this podcast is not just about jokes and laughter.
No.
Sometimes you're gonna get sad ones. Sometimes you're gonna get, you know,
We joke too much,
maybe
but we're
even
gonna
a
be
dance
serious.
off. You know what I mean? Because this one's legs, when she hears music, it goes like this. That's it. Show him a little something. Show him a little something. Tra, 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 tra. Tra, tra.
We said the legs.
You see what I'm talking about?
All jokes aside, though, like we're trying to keep it as not neutral and natural
And
as
it's for
possible,
everybody,
because y'all used to that scripted thing. We're not gonna sound like a robot, baby. We're gonna sound very natural, and we're gonna tell you guys what y'all need to hear.
We will
And
have
what we
special
gonna-
guests as well.
Oh, yeah.
We ain't gonna tell you who's coming,
No.
when they coming.
Yes.
No, when they come, they come.
Y'all gonna see. Listen, what it is, ho.
What's up?
Alright, and this is how we gonna end our intro.
Let's
Arriba, pa' abajo, pa'l centro, pa' dentro.
Thank you so much for tuning in.
For
And listen,
real.
this is
Expect
just
more.
the
It's just
beginning.
gonna get juicier from here.
Oh,
For real. Like this was nothing compared to the shit we about to talk.